Sheesh. 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 Sheesh.
They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way up, way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down. No, got this whole view to myself. Yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation. Now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Water no bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. Oh, I ain't make it this far for myself. I had to prove to everybody else. I had to set them straight. I had to boss. I had to renovate. I know they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate.
Burn live, y'all. Marijuanically keeping y'all connected. Hashtagging these red eyes, changing the view with eye red. Keeping underage, smoking off social media. Definitely killing myself for your entertainment. Sitting here with friends and family, starting a cannabisation. With me, I have a host. His name is Tay. I can't say it tonight, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with the
I was
voice.
finna say what an energy. I was finna say what an energy is, man.
Shit, I'm ready to smoke.
But I understand you just got to work, you know.
I'm ready to smoke. I got this big ass Stanley. Oh, y'all ladies love the Stanley. Well, first and foremost, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever time you are watching this, because I understand this is a super late show. Half of y'all are not going to watch it now. Special shout out to my Facebook family. I need to been giving y'all a special shout out because y'all numbers over there has been wonderful. I highly been appreciated. YouTube, you the same. X, Rumble. I keep forgetting you guys over here. I'm so sorry. Boy. Sorry, Instagram. I keep forgetting about you. I'm not used to y'all yet.
Hey, bro, did you ever hear about this lady getting killed in her own house by the police?
I heard a couple of stories like that.
Her name was Shani. I forgot. But yeah, the officer came and she called them about somebody looking in her window or some shit. Police came in. She had a pot of hot water on the stove.
Yeah, I heard about it, and my people say it was justified.
How? I mean, how was it justified when you clearly see when they drew their gun, she put everything down and got on the floor? Dude shot her in the face.
Did you hear everything? Or you just seen everything?
No, I heard everything.
I don't know. My people's.
No. I had start off with that since we got.
I had a It's
in your history. This YouTube here is in your history. And no, I understand police are trained to shoot to kill when they feel like their life in danger, but they don't train you to shoot people in the face. And then the officer was like, okay, I'm finna call a medic. That's a face shot. She did.
Man, if it's the truth, it's the truth.
But what's the proper call?
What's the proper procedures?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
For what?
After someone gets shot, it's to what?
Call it in.
Okay, then.
You see my guy over here?
Yeah.
You see my officer Tatum say? Hold on, what do he say? Justified.
Because she had a bigger hot water?
Did she or did she not threaten a police officer?
No. She did not, my nigga. When the officer upped his gun like that, he was like, put the pot of water down.
Put it down.
That's when she set it down, bro, and put her hands up and got on the floor.
She must have called him a cracker. I don't know.
Y'all shot somebody that called y'all out there for someone walking around her home. Or however that shit went.
Oh, okay. Well, we finna see, I guess.
And if people say,
which
people say,
justified. You can't throw boiling water on a police officer and not get shot.
What he say?
It could have been avoided, but still justified. You can't throw boiling water on a police officer and not get shot.
That's why I hate you to go to the one with the police body cam.
Because I want to hear from a police officer.
TatumStore.com. Get you this one of these shirts. Link is in the description section. Discount code will pop up right here. Like this video. Hit the like button. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, the deputies in Illinois in hot water. No pun intended. I'm not. It's too soon. Maybe it's too soon. I'm really not trying to make fun of
that. Was dirty.
It's a tragedy when anybody loses their life. I don't care if they're a criminal or not. except for if you abuse kids, then I know you're on your own, Jack. For the most part, I don't care what situation a person is in. It's incredibly sad if a person loses their life. Never do I want to see a law enforcement officer have to take the life of another person, justified or not justified. It doesn't matter. I do not want to see it happen. I wish that we could avoid these things. Now, with that being said, let's talk about this specific situation. Allegedly, and through the documents, and when I say allegedly, because I don't believe none of the news says, and I don't believe the outcome of some of these cases anyway. However, I'll just use the word allegedly. So they responded to a prowler call, which means a person who's lingering or loitering around the property, potentially going in the backyard, searching through stuff. Could be an individual that could be looking to burglarize a facility. They show up to this woman's house, looking around the yard first, and then they make contact with her. She is mentally ill, according to the documents, suffer from schizophrenia and probably other mental health issues. Initially, when you watch this video, you're going to see that they were having a cordial conversation, and then it goes south. Benjamin Crump is on the case, so you know it's all BS, in my personal opinion. We would never hear about this case if the woman was white and these officers were white, or if the officers were black and this woman was white. You'd never hear about it whatsoever. The only reason we're hearing about this is because Benjamin Crump is trying to get some money and trying to get a payout. They ended up indicting the police officer that fired the shot, charged him with 3 counts of murder, as if he intentionally killed this woman. I'm going to go through the process and tell you specifically why I think that there's room for improvement in tactics. I think that things could have been done differently. Maybe those things would have saved her life, but that has nothing to do with whether, in my opinion, whether an officer is justified or not in this particular instance, in the predicament that they were already in. There's a lot for me to talk about, so I'm gonna just get the video started and I'm gonna go methodically through the video and bring it up. I'm open to somebody disagreeing with me if it's justified or not. I don't think every police involved situation is justified. In this specific situation, I thought it was unjustified before I watched the video. That's why I want to review it with you guys. Roll the clip.
Go on the show. I don't want to go on the show. There's a lot of things I disagree with him on. I'm listening.
I don't know where my ID is.
You have that stack right there, maybe?
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
No, we don't need a fire while we're here.
Right.
Okay, so they said we don't need a fire in here. Maybe she should check on the food, right? So she's probably discombobulated, rambling, and doing all these other things. She seems to be someone who's struggling mentally, right? There's training that officers are supposed to undertake to help them mitigate conflict with people who are struggling with mental illness. Because you're mentally ill don't mean you deserve to get killed over something, right? So officers should be trained and adequate enough to deal with a person and keep things calm so they don't have to get into a deadly force situation. They asked her to go and turn that fire off because they didn't want it to catch on fire while they were over there talking to her. And this is what happens next.
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name of
You better fuck.
Okay, so now she has the boiling hot water in her hand.
In
It
the name
seems
of
like
Jesus. That's when he clutched his shit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect. Basically, and look what happened now. So where in that video they feel threatened because they literally having a conversation with them.
You asked me about their feelings.
rebuke you in the name
I said in this video, where was they
so
threatened?
now she has the boiling hot water in her hand. It seemed like she poured it out, but I guess she didn't pour it all out. And then she started making statements to them. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, as a police officer, you're talking to somebody who's mentally unstable. Now she has a pot of boiling water in her hand. And now she's starting to turn. Your antennas will go up. We'll get to some other options here. Your antennas will go up.
But what?
I was gonna let him finish. And then I was gonna say, if you pay attention to the video, when he said something about hot scalding water, she was like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He clutched. By this time, he still have the pot in her hand. He's clutching already. Continue. I'm gonna shut up and let the video play out. Hear what he got to say, then I'm gonna disagree.
No, because we need to hear your point first. so we can get an understanding. Because right now, me and the audience is totally lost. I'm trying to see where he's saying justified. I'm trying to see where you're saying unjustified.
I'm saying unjustified because one, break it down from the beginning. He's not showing you from when they first walked up to her door.
Because that's probably not important.
But it might not be. But to me, he was already at the door aggressively. What took you so long to come to the door? Then one, y'all set up long enough to let her go in her purse. Then y'all let her walk on that side of the kitchen by herself. From the video, it's gonna show you're threatening. And then when she made the statement in the name of Jesus,
that's where they threatened. That's where they religious beliefs got threatened. How? Don't know. But I'm just saying. Only reason I'm saying that because you and him are agreeing at this part where she says, "In a rebuke in the name of Jesus, they clutch." So obviously, hypothetically,
they felt some type of way, and that's understandable. But that's still not justified for you to shoot a lady in the face. They train.
Somebody's now talking. I rebuke you in the name.
I'm trying to shoot a target.
You become the enemy.
Anywhere. I'm trying to shoot the target.
A pot of boiling water in their hand, and now they're rebuking you in the name of Jesus. The question that law enforcement officers should be asking themselves and engaging is that what is she thinking, and is she going to turn on us? Is this going to turn into an altercation? This woman has boiling water in her hand, and she's rebuking us now.
Did you hear what he just said? I swear to God, I'll shoot you. She's still in the same position she was in the beginning.
Now, this officer here. Okay. Do I agree with the way he articulated what he said? No, I don't like when officers talk like that, because this is what happens when you end up shooting somebody. You already look like a deranged fool and look like a murderous thug because you don't have enough respect and decorum and professionalism not to talk like that to people. You may think to your mind, I'm gonna shoot you. You better drop it. Have a little bit of respect and know that you got to cover yourself and be professional. So if the thing goes south, you're not on camera saying, I'm gonna shoot you in the head. That seems like an exaggerated, like a acceleration of force. He didn't de-escalate anything. He's escalating. Now, this woman shouldn't have this boiling pot in her hand in the first place. She should put it down. Now, this is an unsafe situation. Where do they go from here? So she squats down. He's on gun. I do not have a problem with him being on gun because he's the officer that's closest to her. And this officer is now over here. He don't know if he's on taser or not. In this situation, this is a small house and stuff can start getting active real quick. You're not going to be able to turn your back on her and run out of the door. At this point, you kind of stuck in a position where you need to be keeping your eyes on her because you don't know what she's going to do. Now, I'll point this out. This is why I think that this is more justified than not. We don't know what's in that pot. Do you? Do we? Maybe now we do. But at the time, this woman is crazy and she's now manipulating this pot. How do we know she don't have?
What? You being a literal person, you look at behavior and all that, right? What signs did she give off that she was in a mental disbobulated state? And I only use the word disbobulated because the way he throwing it around, like she's losing her mind. Where?
I'm not saying that she losing her mind, just saying that she's unstable, she's unmedicated. You can look at her whole house and say this and tell that something's wrong because her house is is unorganized, it's uncombobulated. That your house shows
you want to know something?
A part of who you are.
You want to know something?
What's that?
I know somebody right now. I've been dealing with her for 11 years. They schizophrenia and bipolar. I saw her wig out on one of her episodes. They don't harm nobody, bro.
That's one
person that I know for sure.
I know a person that punched me because she thought I told her boyfriend that she never met. Something wrong.
See, those are the type of people I don't really.
That was the type of person that they thought they was dealing with.
But they can clearly see by the body language.
You can clearly see that. You're not in their predicament. And if you and then you hear the part where he's arguing. His argument is, do you actually really know what's in the pot? Do you actually know at that time that was water or
You
grease?
don't know how can you say it's justified. Don't nobody know what's in that pot. Yeah, they can. Water. We don't know. But I still, at the end of the day, you still have the upper hand over her, bro. She's literally kneeling on the floor.
With something in her hand.
My nigga. They let when he up, nigga, the first thing she did was drop.
No.
I swear to God, when he first upped on her, bro, he put the pot down. She never moved out of that situation, nigga.
But she got the pot in her hand right
You
now.
drawing your gun on her after sitting there longer than 3 minutes, looking at her, having a normal conversation with her with that same pot. Now, they never said if she pulled everything out. I don't know. I didn't look that deep into it. He's trying to say she pulled some of it out.
He didn't say that.
I promise he was like, she.
He's asking,
Okay.
do you know what's in the pot?
No, but
she could have
before that, when she first went to the stove and you heard her pouring the water out, he was basically trying to say she didn't pour it all out.
Okay.
But the cop still didn't get aggressive until she made her statement. And even then, nigga, you up your gun. She's still standing there with the pot in her hand. If you felt threatened
or disrespected, which is
or disrespected my
which
nigga.
is easily today in 2024 to disrespect people because people got this low standard of what they feel is disrespectful. Some people got high standards of what they feel disrespectful. We don't know where his disrespectful line is. Obviously, rebuking him in the name of Jesus is disrespectful.
But wait, if you peep game, truthfully, if a cop being threatened and there's more than one cop there, both cops want to draw their gun, right? Now, the cop body cam that you're looking at, if I'm not mistaken, he the one that told her, I will tase you.
He said, I will shoot you.
No, he said that the one that got the gun drawn. One of them said he would tase them. And from the way this video looking right now, I don't think it was him. But we can continue going and we can go from there and find out. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm going there. I was wrong.
Acid in this pot or something even more dangerous. Okay. Now, officers' tactics is terrible right here. I'm not trying to judge them too harshly because, you know, when the stuff is hitting the fan, you know, sometimes people they lose all a training, right? And it looked like that's exactly what they doing here.
Our houses.
Let's go back to this.
That's what they do. People that, well, not all people, but the people
You never
that
get yourself in a position where one guy is in front of another guy if there's a deadly force situation getting ready to occur. You're supposed to be side by side with one another because this is how you.
Okay. Now, he's an ex-police officer, right? Side by side each other might be true. It is true because he a cop, but obviously your partner didn't feel like y'all was in danger. We can continue this.
You shoot your partner in the
Let me
back.
show you where I disagree with him being on.
You cannot have a gun out and be staggered. If you have a gun out, y'all both need to be on the same line. So what I would do, and if I was with an officer and he pulled a gun, I would pull my taser or pull my gun. I mean, really, I would be on gun if I was the cop on the right side because she can. It's hard for her to get over that table for the cop on the left, which is the guy has a gun. The cop that's standing right here, and this is body-worn camera, he's the one in the bigger threat. So he should have gun. Tell him to transition the taser. So if you have the time tactics. You say, hey man, I need to go to taser. I'll be on gun. This did happen pretty quickly, so I'm surprised that I'm not surprised they didn't do that. Because now they're on gun, but they're not online.
Once again,
So now the officer end up engaging, and the guy behind him can only do nothing but shoot his partner in the back. Now, see, there's sympathetic reflex, which is why.
Did he just scream out gun?
What?
What did he just scream out?
I don't know.
Can you go back a little, please? I mean,
Engaging, and the guy behind him can only do nothing but shoot his partner in the back. Now, see, there's sympathetic reflex, which is why this is so dangerous. Sometimes people get on the radio with the gun in their hand, and there's sympathetic reflex, which means that sometimes when you do something with this hand automatically does something. That's why it's so dangerous to not be online, because he could be like, oh, I'm getting on the radio. And he go to key the radio and his finger pull the trigger at the same time. He would have shot his partner in the back. Thank God he didn't do that. But he's completely flagging him right here. Completely flagging him. The gun is at his back.
Shots fired.
His gun is still at his back. I mean, he literally is going to shoot the guy in the back. Thank God he has a vest on. I get how it's getting active right now. So I'm not really trying to go too hard against these officers. I'm just saying an after action tactical report will be this, right?
Shots fired. Shots fired. Drop.
Okay, now they shot her. So I want to get to the part where I think this is invaluable to play, because you need to hear what they say right after they shoot her.
Bring emails now. We got a headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female. 1078. I was on.
So the guy didn't have his body-worn camera on when they got indicted. The other guy who was flagging his partner in the back, he had his body-worn camera on the whole time. Now, this is not too crazy. It's against protocol and policy. It's not too crazy because as soon as he turned it on, the body camera has a playback of 30 seconds to a minute. So it would have captured a shooting in his body-worn camera, which it did, as we're going to see here in a minute.
I'm going to go get my kit. No, headshot, bitch. She's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
Now, people may interpret this officer as brash and no, he's scared. This is an officer that's flustered, and he's talking out of fear and being flustered. He don't know what to do. He's probably never seen anybody with a headshot, point blank, and he's responsible. He's flustered. This is an officer that's inexperienced. I don't care how many years he got on, he's inexperienced. I could see it in his eyes when he turned around and looked at this officer and said, no, it's done. It's a headshot. She's done. He's losing himself, right? Experienced officer knows it don't matter if it's a headshot or not. You go get the kit and you play house or whatever you got to do, because you need to be showing every effort possible that you're trying to save this woman's life.
That's why I justified.
You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
For the fact because he told the truth?
What? No, nigga, that's not part of your procedure.
True indeed.
No, my nigga, that she's unjustified. And we can't see what she really did.
Yeah, I'm not taking boiling water.
I'm not going to see
Get right to our feet,
no,
too.
no.
So I don't know if it's going to bother me.
You good? I'm good. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Officer, let her. Is that what you do, man?
A defender of a police officer is going to eat that shit up in court. In a court situation.
That's why I'm like, this video don't look like shit. It looks like the same video.
You good? All right.
Inexperienced officers. Both of them must be really young. I know that there's a lot of things that go on when you actually take somebody's life. And people in the public don't understand this because they've never been a patrol officer and they've never done anything like this. So they think that
Cause that must be a black lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they gonna tear that shit up. Her family finna get paid.
But he's saying it's justified.
He's looking at it as a cop.
I know he is, but I'm looking at it like, okay.
You're looking at it as a civilian. And what was the law? Yeah, I see.
Yeah. And then, my nigga, not even just that. Y'all stood there, and if I was the prosecutor who was doing this case, I asked, so why you standing there longer than 30 seconds with letting her hold that pot? Why would y'all let her go into her purse?
What was the whole purpose? To get an ID or something?
How many motherfuckers say, okay, I'm gonna go get my ID out my purse? Up in there, yeah. That's when y'all should have felt threatened. But y'all didn't. You know, that's how dirty Illinois work.
You had to make up a case. You just can't make up.
I can't think of one right now.
Well, of course, you can't think of one, but that's what you would have to do if you try to wear something like that. Well, you're gonna talk about fair threat. Okay, name a case where a woman upped on them up out of their person at home.
But I ain't gonna lie, if I was a prosecutor, nigga, I'd be like, did you feel threatened when she went in her purse? So at what point did you feel threatened that you had to wait?
I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all gonna have to put down in the comments what y'all think about that. My opinion, people gonna say scumbag cops. I mean, obviously he got fired or taken off the squad. Something happened. Trust me, he's not gonna be on there. I don't know. Is it okay to put feelings when you're looking at cases and stuff like that? I have had a talk with some people, and they're starting to open me up into this new little sector. I'm not going to start saying word and stuff like that. I'm not going to start using words like that. But they want me to open up another section. Caveman got me open up body cams and stuff like that. My new friend and a couple of other people have actually came to me and was like, could you start looking up unsolved mysteries? And I was thinking to myself, like, what do I get out of unsolved mystery? Like, or no, psychopath killers, people that kill a lot of people and stuff like that. I was like, I really had to think about this, y'all, because when you go down rabbit holes like this, y'all gotta understand we're dealing with a lot of cold cases. Y'all get to sit back at home, chill, and listen to a person describe and talk about. Well, I had to really go in deep inside these people's mindset and mind and think like a psycho killer. You know what I'm saying? Is that healthy? Am I ready to go down that path? I'm already into body language and stuff like that. For me to really sit here and think about just start investigating on cases, and then how I would have to look up my cases, I would need lawyers. You know what I'm saying? I would have to straight need lawyers to come in and really investigate into it, because there's been a lot of TV shows out here, ladies and gentlemen, and stuff that you guys are into, stuff like that, just to come to find out that majority of these things are not what we actually think in life. To really start going down the mind path, the craziness of why somebody took the time out to sit up here and be a psychopath killer. What did his mother or grandmother or parents or father or uncle or somebody did to mostly molest him or abuse a person? And what's crazy is dealing with that too, knowing that America has over 1,000 psychopath killers in a year, like thousands of years. Like, it's ridiculous in the numbers. Don't quote me on the numbers. I'm not really sure. But you know what I'm saying? This is just the open conversation about it, just to see what type of vibe, you know what I'm saying, we will really have about a psychopath killer.
Oh, this nigga ain't shit. This nigga was on TikTok.
Yeah, you forget that camera still looking at you while you're talking. This mic does pick you up.
No, this nigga killed this little girl mama and wrote in court, "Do you miss mommy?" and turned it to her.
Let me ask you a question real quick, since you a little sidetracked. What makes you think a person snaps? What is their fault when a person snaps?
Can you repeat the beginning of your question?
What makes a person snap? What is their fault when a person snaps?
I don't know what makes people snap, but my opinion, I think people that snap, they really been through a lot of shit in their life and they never had a chance to cope with it. And it's far past anger.
Okay, so what are the people that just snap on go?
People that snap on go, it could be anything. Yeah. I mean, you can look at them 2 seconds too long.
I think the whole world, besides outside of America, I think it was like 100 and don't quote me, y'all, but I think it was like 168 psychopath killing, like a person multi killing a person. 160. So I'm gonna just round up like 200 a year, and just like out the where. Compared to over here, it's like, I think it's like 1,200. I think that's it. Yeah, 1,200 and some odd cases and stuff like that a year where this stuff goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Hey y'all, why are we talking about this? I am going to put this old cop video of Vegas in the background. I can't help it. This just bringing back a little memories of me sitting back at home, like, man, looking at Vegas.
Is that midget? I meant that little person. No disrespect.
No. You trying to get me in trouble?
That's the strip.
Boy, Snow ain't dreamed in a long time.
But he ought to sleep.
But y'all, this only reason I'm playing this because, like I said, I haven't, you know what I'm saying, seen cops in Las Vegas in a long time and whatever. But to think about, like I said, y'all, to really talk about psychopath killers, I need you to ignore that. Here we go.
I hear you. Don't take it off though.
Yeah.
That's what midget funny is. No disrespect. I don't mean to say bitch. I mean to say little person. Well, speaking of, they just roll past.
So, what do you think about psychopath?
I don't think nobody should murder anybody.
Somebody gonna have to die. Consequences is gonna happen.
Well, what I think about psychopaths, I think some of them can be saved, and most of them just can't. Like adult psychopaths, they still be holding on shit. Like, my mama gave me up for adoption, but kept you, bitch. Like shit like that. But kids psychopaths, I think that shit is instilled in them.
Instilled?
Yeah.
Meaning
they see all this abuse and all this going on in their home, they being abused, and shit like that. So I'll just take it as like these kids. I'm sorry for the ones that turn out the way they do, but I think all psychopaths that do murder, that commits murder, should be in jail. Fuck in jail. They should be under the jail. Because what gives you the right to decide if another person live or die? And most people, I believe,
women get their choices every day.
yeah.
So, I mean, their choice is out there. Like, they got the best choice of that every day. But yet again,
And I now far as
what do you think is the first itch of a psychopath killer? What is the first like that?
when you young, if you can kill an animal and not have no remorse, it's like you're a psycho killer. You're a serial killer.
That's a good big percentage of kids. Maybe not. I don't know. Well, okay. That percentage was high. I want to say 2010 and on back.
Yeah.
That definitely was high.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
truth be told,
These days, I don't know. Kids these days ain't even touching.
Kids that can sit there, snap an animal neck, just watch blood and not be fazed by it, bro. That's a sign of it, you know. And once you get that itch from killing that animal, you're gonna do it. And when you get tired, you're gonna upgrade to bigger. When you get tired of it, you're gonna upgrade to even bigger. Whenever it's not satisfying you no more, whatever making you kill, you're gonna upgrade to something different. And for the kids that start at a young age, they have a lot of time to progress into killing people. Or must I say murder?
I don't know what we're allowed to say.
I don't need to. That's why you see I'm like, whoa, is that a shoe?
Everything.
Yeah,
I think the first itch. I think the first itch is quietness.
Why you say it's quiet?
Quietness.
Yeah.
Because a kid should be so adventurous that his mind doesn't have time to sit still and think of nothing.
Hey, you know this ain't the time with me and you grew up, right?
yet again, listen to the words that I speak, because I'm speaking of then, now, and even in the future for as a kid.
The future we don't know.
I'm
kids in the future.
Yet again, I'm gonna re-speak myself. I am speaking for kids,
No.
for the past, present, and future of how it should be thought in the mind process. I'm not saying how it is, because that's different, but that itch of quietness, that don't hear nobody. There's not a imaginary friend. There's not no parents. There's not no corruption. There's not nothing. Not even even today's society. It's like an 8-9-year-old without a phone. You know what I'm saying? Your parents doing unfortunately that bad because there is that quietness. And I think that's the first itch, especially for a kid. Because yet again, let me go back to what I was saying. There should be no times in a kid's life where their mind has time to hear nothing.
But you also got to look at it. It's all over the fucking internet. It's all over TV.
What?
Murderers and shit like that. Like I'd call my son watching a couple things.
Yeah, but that doesn't do nothing. I mean, that influence like that really doesn't push a kid to like, oh my God, I seen it on TV. No,
It don't.
No,
Nigga,
name a case where a kid or adult say, I got this off of TV.
Nigga, when kids was going around marking that
Blair Witch, Trenchcoat Mafia.
It was a teddy bear. I forgot the name. Yes, it was convincing kids to murder shit. Like, I'm surprised you ain't hear about it. That's why they banned it on TikTok. I can't look it up because it's been so long. I don't remember the name of it. But if I knew the name of it, I most definitely will.
You said a teddy bear?
It was like an Elmo, some shit. I don't know what it was, but it was convincing kids to do dumb shit.
Toy convinced kids to kill people.
Did it pop up as TV shows? What's the name of it? You got a name in it, I'll tell you. What's the name of that little boy right there?
What little boy?
That toy right there.
This one?
No, down. Two.
This?
Yeah.
The Cabbage Patch Kid?
No. Just like, what's the name of that doll right there? No, that ain't it. Damn, what is it? I think that's it. I think that's him. How you pronounce that word?
We confused the like baby name.
I think that's that little blue thing. No, it ain't. That's that filter. No. I have to think about it when I saw Dad right now.
Yeah. In today's, I just think that's basically that's the first itch. The second itch is mostly comes from abuse. most psychopath people were abused somehow, some way, some shape or form. It's definitely the quietness and then abuse. The fact that you can't run away, the fact that you can't tell nobody that you're going through this, the fact that you are seeing these situations happening and there's nobody here to help you figure it out, you know, what's right or wrong. That quietness is my opinion. I wonder how we gonna look into some stuff like that. I need some lawyers that's gonna give me some good cases. I'd rather not just do whatever by the case good unless the case is good and the case is real. And then you can't do that with everybody because people gonna get emotional. They go, man, that crazy person, how could y'all let them? And then you see a parent, you see one of their family members, how could you let them do it?
I wish RJ was woke. I go in and tell him he know the name of that damn thing.
That's crazy. We convince each other, everybody, that this world right here that we live in is just corrupted. It's over. It's done for. It's just.
What the fuck is that? Is that a fucking plane? A fucking car?
Hold on, y'all.
Oh, that was a 10-year-old went to jail for killing a baby.
It happens a lot, especially in the Midwest.
She got charged with murder.
I'm just thinking, y'all, what shall I really? Okay. Please let me get that. All right. I don't know if y'all seen this. I didn't see this. I'm seeing this for the first time. And I'm about to rewind and like, I don't believe what they just captured. So, and I want y'all to see what they just
moment, a breaching whale lands on a boat. Hear from the teens who rescued the fishermen. If you were coming,
well, damn. See, this is why you just sent every black person in America that just thought about. They thought about going on a boat. They thought about going to the sea. They thought about going fishing. And y'all finna play this over and over and over again. This is finna be on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, everything. Yo, whenever it come back, I want to see this. And what's crazy is, dog, when it's get shown, you think like, yeah, black people like, man, we finna go where? Fishing. Where? Oh, man, I ain't going.
Look, hey, I'm gonna stand on this side of the water.
Man, you see this dirt? Yeah, I'm standing right here. You finna get on that? What's that? Man, I don't even know how to spell that, so I don't even. They finna make every excuse. I'm finna take this down real quick. I promise y'all I'm popping that back up. When that pops up, I got to see that. Yeah. Awkward things have been happening in the water. People have been so-called filming the unexpected. They're claiming that white people are trying to get off this planet. They're trying to build rocket ships to the moon.
I only gotta show you this because of what you just said.
What?
This house sleeping on the cruise.
You gotta send me that. I need that to go with this story. Oh, damn. Okay, we got the news. Hey, look, I thought I was slowing it down, but this is.
We are now seeing video of the incident that ended with Pro Football Hall of Famer Terrell Davis in handcuffs. His lawyers say it shows a shocked and terrified Davis being taken off a flight in handcuffs. The former Broncos star was removed from a plane in Denver earlier this month after a flight attendant claimed Davis hit him. Davis's attorneys say they plan to sue.
Now to Delta's summer meltdown. The airline has struggled to recover from last week's global tech outage. Some passengers have spent days in airport terminals unable to book flights or hotels. Now federal investigators are looking into the ongoing disruptions.
What's crazy, y'all, this dude was just telling me this at the bus stop, and he was breaking it down. And this white lady said, "Oh, they fixed that a long time ago." And I looked at both of them like, "Damn, this is actually stuff that I don't know that's going on. That's cool." And for one to know one, the other one said it's over with. But yet again, this bus that we were both waiting on took forever to show up. Something needs to be going on.
This morning, Delta Airlines is under federal investigation as passengers face a 6th day of flight disruptions.
It's a little nerve-wracking because I just want to get on the flight, but you never know what's going to happen. Yesterday it was
Stop playing. Stop.
Did she really just slide in there? Like
Yeah, nigga, look, cuz it's not finna get out of shine. Look, cuz you what?
Want to get on the flight, but you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was.
Look, she gonna look at the camera.
It was canceled.
Airports across
She
the
went for
country
that
were brought
hat.
to a
You know, her
standstill
one
on Friday
down.
when a CrowdStrike software update rendered many computers useless. Other airlines recovered, but Delta has struggled to repair some of its systems, canceling more than 6,000 flights since the outage.
We might be on a 3 o'clock flight, or we might be on a flight in 2 days, so I don't really know.
In Atlanta, travelers are describing half-mile-long lines to speak with customer service.
You never see me in Atlanta. Hell no.
But it's Delta though. Delta Airlines.
It ain't. Trust me. Let's rewind that one more time.
They said everyone else
In
is
Atlanta,
working fine.
travelers are describing half-mile-long lines to speak with customer service. From coast to coast, stranded passengers are sleeping in terminals, unable to book
Half miles.
hotels.
Yeah, I
There's
know
bags
that.
everywhere, and there's still families just laying on here on ground since Friday.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg made it clear yesterday that Delta must take care of its passengers.
I directly communicated to Delta's CEO our expectation that Delta will live up to their passenger service commitments.
Buttigieg also invoked the unprecedented fines Southwest Airlines faced after a winter storm impaired their operations in 2022.
That higher bar is the one that we're going to follow as our North Star in this investigation, too.
Delta says it.
My dumbass question to this is like, is our newly finna be elected female, Black, Indian, Asian, Chinese, Japanese, Portuguese, is she gonna have to answer any of these questions to this? Like, hey, what's going on? Do you know anything? Like, or she gonna play the basement game like Joe? Like, shit, Joe hid in the basement for 4 years. I got her in the basement for 8 years. I'm just kind of curious. I just want to throw that out there.
It's fully cooperating with the investigation and working tirelessly to care for and make it right for customers impacted. In an internal memo to Delta.
Why you stopping my boy eyes like that?
Yeah. they talking about yo. As the man up here, y'all, is talking about airlines, I just so happen to want to read the bottom, y'all. So, and it says 19 board crash during takeoff. What?
At Naples Airport.
Yeah, you don't think that might have anything to do with, some delays too? You might want to. Oh yeah, we reported it. Remember, we kept it in at the bottom. It makes me really kind of want to understand the true meaning of you got to read the fine print.
You asshole. But I'm still stuck on my boy eyes.
There you go.
Officials said they hope to return to normal operations by the end of the week.
Coming up, the new.
Yeah. Hold on.
Company's officials said they hope to return
Police
to normal
say 18 passengers was killed.
by the end of the week.
Coming up,
Playing something.
Bro, I'm like, I couldn't even see it. It went by so fast.
I can't take this serious. I think I'm.
You ready to call the other one up?
I'm scared.
Well, that's even better. I like it when you're scared.
Dude, do you understand what we just listened to and what they just explained to us? We was having a technical difficulty with planes and stuff like that. We just got done arguing about how Miles and you talking about, oh, it's only Delta only. Okay, cool. Shut me up.
No, I'm saying
No. Let me finish. Smack me in the face. Okay, cool. But yet again, we got the reading. Man, they talking about deaths on a runway. Takeoffs. That's the runway. Please stop say 19. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm tripping because I'm like, yo, you're telling me one thing, I'm reading something else in the midst of you telling me one thing, and I feel like I'm just like, which one is important? Which one is important? Which one is a little bit I'm confused because I don't know which one is important no more. Is the technical difficulty down or people dying on the airline on the runways? Or what the cop said that he's seen 18. I mean, that kind of input. I think that I need to know about them plane incidents because that might add to the point that these planes are delayed because they got to go clean up bodies.
Guess what?
Huh?
Everybody's getting sued out of this. Every airline that went down is gonna get sued. I wonder what made that plane do that.
I want to know what made them want to report about technical difficulties when there's crashes that y'all. I don't know if that's despicable, disgusting. I think it's a little bit of both. Like I don't know. Like that's really hurting my feelings. Like I'm feeling some type of way. I am. I gotta be real. I'm feeling some type of way. How rude of you. Oh, hell? This is a Democratic station.
You want to know secret Republicans? They sitting there.
Okay, why you be like Joe Biden whisper? That's creepy. Yeah, you're creepy. He chooses to get energy. Why are y'all reporting technical difficulties? Hey, you know what? That's crazy. I gotta do this. It's my show. I can do it.
The video shows.
No, I just want
a
to.
local
I just.
official providing new details
Oh
on the
no,
shooting,
I don't want to go that
including
far
how
back.
many bullets the gunman.
I don't want to go that far back.
That was new details.
I don't want to go that far back. I don't want to go back to the planes.
We just saw where no
I went too far. Bro, I'm just curious. Like that whole time, shall I been looking at the fact that y'all was talking about?
All right, coming up when Celine Dion is expected to make her big comeback.
Plus, Amazon now responds to injuries, and experts say boaters should give whales a buffer zone.
Hey, dog, this is crazy. All the good shit y'all report is at the bottom. Oh, there we go. There we go. No way I caught it. I knew it was another story I was looking forward to. I didn't forget about y'all. Did you send me that picture?
What?
No, you did not.
What picture?
You didn't send it if you don't know.
You didn't ask me to send you a picture.
Swear to God.
What you asked me to see a picture of?
Them black people.
I did send that to you.
Then you send me a picture.
You waited till I sat that second blunt up.
What do the blunt got to do with remember that you sent the picture?
I lost all concentration. Do it let you read the top of it?
Oh no, I didn't even try to. I just wanted to see did you send it. So I can go with this
That motherfucker say when I go to I'm sleeping.
So I will. Yeah, I need a sponsorship Apple because all my stuff is Apple. Almost.
Could be released as early as 2026. Sources say they've moved beyond the concept stage and likely settled on a design. The phone is rumored to fold horizontally like the clamshell-style Samsung Galaxy foldable.
That's so ugly.
Now to the wild video of a breaching whale capsizing a boat. 2 teens jumped into action when the fishermen were thrown into the water. This morning, boaters in New Hampshire have a whale of a tale to tell after a humpback capsized their boat.
Everything seemed like in slow motion. It was really weird.
The stunning encounter caught on camera. A humpback whale exploding out of the water. All 40 tons of it slamming down on the boat's stern, catapulting the 2 men into the water.
When I turned, the whale's head was already landing on the engine.
2 teens who watched the surreal scene unfold quickly scooped the fisherman out of the water unharmed.
I saw it come up and I was just like, oh, it's going to hit the boat.
This isn't the first time unsuspecting seagoers have been hassled by a humpback. In 2022, a nearly identical scene happened off the coast of Massachusetts. The whale breaching the water and smashing into the tail of this boat. Nobody was hurt. Unlike orcas, which are known to bump boats for fun, experts say that the humpback whales probably didn't mean to make waves for the fishermen and were likely lunge feeding, shooting straight up out of the water to scoop up a mouthful of fish.
Many of the humpbacks that we see now are coming from their wintering grounds where they have not been feeding, and they are coming up here to feed again.
So the Coast Guard says the whale did not appear to have any injuries, and experts say boaters should give whales a buffer zone of at least 100 feet.
Maybe 200 feet
Yeah.
now? All right, coming up when Celine Dion is expected to...
Now that you said something, and I gotta be on, I don't know. My man just look awfully. He look awfully cold, like he has no soul. You think these robots?
Ew. Well, no.
I do.
I don't think she is.
I think they are. I think both of them.
But I ain't gonna cap.
They just did bad on his eyes and his eyebrows. Girls is easy. Dude, yo, anybody that's watching me right now, dog, that see this dude above my head, y'all let me know in the comments. Is he alive? Do he look alive to you? That man look dead as hell.
Do y'all think that's a robot?
That's an AI.
They gonna be the ones controlling shit in a minute.
No, the fuck they not.
Shit. They already got an AI with your voice on it.
I don't give a fuck, he ain't controlling shit.
They gonna let them go in the wild, bro. They gonna try to fuck y'all up.
Bruh, that'd be one quick thing to get American, the guy that is computer trying to take over. Wish a motherfucker would. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. Nah. Okay.
What you gonna do if they make cars flyable now?
Cars fly?
Cars fly. What you gonna do?
What am I supposed to do?
What? How would you feel about that?
Oh.
I was just asking.
I don't know. It's just like, okay, cool. Thumbs up. We finally did.
Would you get in one?
Everybody driving?
No.
No. Because I'm not driving. I need to be able to. Nah, and I'm out of here. You should, cars flying, you should see a long suitcases, nigga, pack your bags, we up out of here. We don't need no plane ticket, nigga. Put it in the Chevrolet 69 with the wing tops, nigga.
I know I ain't tweaking. Yeah.
You hear construction work.
That's what I'm like, where?
Bruh, somewhere. Somebody getting paid on the clock.
It's too close.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we talking about this man looking dead and flying cars and.
Hey.
What? I'm just saying, you think it's gonna be that? You think it's gonna be that long line back to Africa? Niggas is still gonna be talking shit. Man, we need to go back to Africa. We can. We got a flying car, but you still ain't gonna go nowhere.
My boy look like he got that button at the back of his shit that say reset. His head too shaped too perfectly, bro.
Man, them eyes look dead as hell. I hope people like phone close to their faces and be like, I would just want to see what this dude tripping out for, because that dude look dead to me. I'm sorry, so dead it makes me want to be off the subject of the planes and the technicalities. So I was saying that the worst of shit was at the bottom. That was crazy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do that. Bye. Man, I wish I knew how to fade out my damn screen. Y'all can see outside. But then in the daytime, y'all can't see outside. It be so bright. So, what? I don't know what he just whispered.
What we finna talk about? Or you want to give him another show?
I got plenty to talk about. I'm just taking my time.
Dumbass.
Think about that. Plenty. WNBA on break.
Click on that one.
Click on what?
Right there.
Right. Where? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The one you was just on. The basketball. The AC did her little dance.
This?
Yeah. So this how they prepare themselves to come out.
All the reason I don't like that is because all the girls do that dumbass shit. It's not like you uniquely do that. Everybody in the league do that shit. Okay, that just took the fun away from me. It did. They all did it for the All-Star game. I'm like, y'all did it for the All-Star game. That means the USA team did it too. So it's just, I don't know. Now, should that be attracting us dudes to it? Because, oh, look, nah, because you don't really, that shit ain't cute. On God. You ain't gonna be doing all that shit out here. Put your asses down. Ooh, that was nasty. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess y'all can see what we looking at. Yet again, y'all still had to hold something. Like, I don't know. That's I do have something to say, but then I don't have nothing to say.
My boy here, but that.
Yeah.
So, bro, you didn't feel how that felt when you punched it. Did you go ahead, but
I'm trying to get through.
Bro, your punch just made it flop around like you did. Why would you do that?
Because I'm trying to show you the true meaning of I don't like your kind. You know what he was saying? I don't like your kind, boy. Boy, you know what I'll do to you, boy. You know what we did to you, boys, back in the day, boy. You know what it was back in the day, boy. Let me get up out of this, brother. Boy, back in the day, boy.
Look, you see how it shakes every time you hit it, so why would you hit?
Because back in the day, you know what I'll do. If it was 1774, boy, me and my clansmen been over that all up in your ass, that boy. You wouldn't been talking to me like this disrespect with this boy.
I'm just not peeping dude at the top. Look at this man.
They got both of us caged up, boy. I never been caged up, boy. We don't do this around here, boy. Let me get to this. You know what I can't stand? Quit telling me I can't stand. You know what he is, boy.
And I don't even think he the fighter.
You think you sexy, boy? You think you one of them sexy boys, don't you? You think you one of them sexy boys, boy? Let me through here. If you was round my way, boy, in my neck of the woods.
Bro, this nigga punched it 4 times and did headbutt it. Something ain't clicking your head that is just going every time.
You know what's clicking in my head? Boy, you know what's that? You know you get in trouble out. Hey, my boy, that boy been with everybody. Now he got a kid. Slowed it down. They was talking about Bronny. Everybody showing their actions on the NCAA touchdown. They showing how they just really been exploding the defense. Like everybody been showing good offense. I ain't been seeing no good defense. This dude showed me. This one dude showed me one play. He was like, man, this is supposed to be a pick. Because he was trying to throw it jump. He's like, I couldn't, but then you gonna show me he's showing him jumping backwards. And then said, nigga, I jumped 8 feet now.
Bro, is that out yet?
I don't know. I've only played with one team on there. That's Mizzou. You can play with the whole fucking 128 teams. It's gonna be Mizzou.
What is she doing?
I don't know. Thinking that she got some free shit. You know how black folks is. I always wanted free. Why? So niggas can wear bonnets on their heads now? That's cool.
Hey, I guess so.
That's cool, man. Look at that. Yeah, let's go out there. Tyler Perry said you can go out there. What was that movie with Janet Jackson and Jill Scott?
Why did I get married?
Why
did I get married? It's called Why Did I Get Married?
All right, y'all. I smoked that one. I like to gagged around a little bit, just now I really want to get into it. Don't do my dude like that because we out there thugging it.
No, because normally when I be standing in the kitchen and somebody walk past, I have all the lights off just looking out the window. Do your shit. Mama be looking around. I'm like, who said that?
I looked at that nigga.
I was gonna do that to him, but I'm like,
y'all see how to do it? Yeah. I see how you doing it. Mission. Why you like doing that to people?
Oh no.
You know. Why do people say they don't know when they know? They just don't want to admit it.
Because it's for me to know and for them to find out.
All right, man. That's only one way to find out is to ask the source.
If the source gonna give it to you?
It's up to the source.
Used for Vice President Harris's campaign.
I wanted to get here late into my show. Because, for one, I don't want to hear people come to me, and which nobody gonna come to me because, for one, the only people that I expect to come to me, I ain't gonna lie to, I would have to literally call them out and just be calling, man, y'all bunch of chicken shits. To be honest with you, to call them out on some respectable, I'm just trying to learn the family and learn your true values and understand what is beneficial for a family in a structured type of way. I would have to really call them out on some, like, I gotta be on some black hood stuff. I couldn't, like, boom. But, and another thing what's crazy is, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm standing on this, I can probably find better information that make her a better candidate than the people that I'll call out. Y'all running with her and y'all can't even put a profile together to make her look good. I wouldn't pick her with my eyes closed, turned around, drunk on some MD 2020. I still wouldn't pick her out.
Why I gotta be 2020?
Because you know that stuff get you down quick. You want to get drunk quick, fast, and hurry. Oh, man, I got to fuck you. Okay, 2020, let me hurry up. Ain't got all that.
Yo, that's stupid.
Huh?
Yo, that's stupid.
Okay. I'm just keeping this real. I have looked and looked and looked. Now this right here that we finna watch, I gotta point up because I'm up under it. This what we finna watch is a CNN breakdown of how they're gonna say the Trump team is supposed to be coming at Kamala. And yes, we're gonna mess up her name because her name is Indian, and I'm not Indian, and I don't know no Indian friends for real. I don't get out much, and that's probably sad. And maybe if I had a better Indian, or she done something, or she has some good speeches, and it's not all dance remixes to the old Tupac song, Dear Mama. That's my own personal joke. But anyway, maybe we will understand why all of a sudden y'all want to get with a black woman, put a black woman. And see, I feel like right there, just saying the word black woman is a lie. Right? We lying to ourselves. She's not a black woman. Jamaica has no roots to America, but handed Jamaica a paycheck. We didn't help them get free. We didn't do nothing. Their money goes to a whole nother country when they turn it over. They like American money, true indeed. Who doesn't? But yet again, their money is not American currency. They don't mess with it. Just throw it out there. Okay. So I want to hear this black lady right here, because she's chocolate and chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. Okay. You cut her open in the middle, it's gonna bleed chocolate. She is chocolate. She is the definition of chocolate. I had to make sure when you see her and you say chocolate, you better pronunciate all the syllables and syllables, because she is chocolate. See how I add the extra T? Yeah. Yeah. You see her? Yeah, you look.
Just trying to see how many times she finna bleed.
Nah, man. You see, one thing about her is if she wear a little fake little wig, you barely can tell. You don't really see her wearing eyelashes. Like, she is chocolate. Like, naturally chocolate, beautiful, American.
Her type teeth white, her bottom teeth yellow.
I don't see that.
What you see?
I see purple on purple. I don't know. I just see chocolate. I don't see the cute nose.
Look at the teeth.
Who cares?
One white, one yellow.
Who cares, man? She making enough, man. Go fix
Joining us at the table now is the legal blind himself.
Let me see if it's just the angle they was in.
Ali Honig. Ali, so explain it to us like we are 5. Can they do this or not?
So let me start by saying something that we're going to all be saying a lot of in the next 4 months. This is brand new. We've never been here before, and we don't know for sure. However, it seems to me, based on the scholarship that's out there and the expertise that's out there, that this is a serious long shot by the Trump campaign. So first of all, this is not a lawsuit. This is a complaint with the Federal Election Commission, which is part of the executive branch. They have quite limited enforcement powers. But problem number one is a practical problem. There's no realistic way the FEC, which has 6 members, 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats, would even answer this in the 100 days or so remaining between now and the election. I think what Trump's people are trying to do is set the table to say we're not getting a satisfactory answer from the FEC. Therefore, they're going to go, I think their next step at some point is going to be to go into a federal court and ask for an injunction. But I think it's a real uphill climb for them.
So, I mean, we talked about this already. They're going to try to throw every possible legal thing at the wall on this, just as a strategy, just to create chaos and muck up the works.
Or just be a nuisance. Like, it seems to be worth the stress just to be like, okay, one more thing for you to have to worry about. And if everything goes absolutely perfectly, you'll lose all your.
Boy, I'm glad they put your credentials up there, because I was saying, hold on, man, I ain't seen you in a long. Where the hell did I seen you? ESPN host. Boy, what in the hell is your CNN bald headed shape? Goof troop. Donald Duck face looking. I'm just saying, where you come from?
I thought you was with us that nigga had a robo copy.
No, not RoboCop. Little Darkwing Duck face.
I know if we do that.
Little black symbol, the Disney Plus symbol.
fucking stupid.
I didn't want to show people I can get black, but I'm just saying,
Fucking stupid.
when you go
Hey,
pick,
do you see that roller coaster?
What?
In his throat.
I ain't go that far. Big ostrich throat looking. Nah, I ain't saying no.
That nigga throat is long as hell.
That nigga look like an ostrich.
Oh, that nigga stupid.
The vulture neck.
Hey, I'm gonna watch that movie tonight too. It's a movie called Vulture City. It's made in Chicago.
What was that? Damn. What was that little Bill? What was that Bill Cosby cartoon show?
What?
His little cartoon.
Fat Albert.
No, the other one. It was about the little Bill. Little Bill Cosby. He looked like that little cartoon.
That little boy did have a big stupid ass head though.
Nah, let me leave him alone.
Nah, let's not leave his ass alone. Or earthquake head having ass nigga.
Let's get back to
Yeah, that
this.
nigga head so big, I bet you his brain be like this moving around in this shit.
Little bobblehead. Joystick.
We head that nigga. That show what this shit look like.
Nah, let's get back to him because y'all, he's gonna be no bullshit. On a serious note, he is gonna be the comedian for this panel that you seeing full of people up here and try to sway to the black people. Ha! They're saying this, laugh. Okay, so I'm sorry. That's why I had to go through my roasting moments of making my audience laugh, because that's supposed to be his job of making this laughable of whatever lawsuit that Trump trying to do, which I don't know why they trying to throw any lawsuits or anything at her. Well, I guess so. Just make her like, look, y'all did it to me. I'm gonna do it to you. Fuck it. It ain't gonna hurt.
Which is not going to happen, but I see the argument.
Yeah, the argument, I think the core argument they're making is donors donated to Joe Biden. Now it's Kamala Harris. But of course, the response, and I think probably the winning argument is no, the donation was made to Biden and Harris. Both of their names are registered on that campaign. And so it's much easier to slide that money over to Kamala Harris. By the way, if it was not Kamala Harris, highly unlikely that money can be transferred over to her. If it was Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitmer, probably wouldn't work. But because Harris's name was already on there, it's logical, and she should get it.
We should point out that they raised more money in one day than was in that account.
Right.
So, I'm sure they want that 96 million, and it may not be 96 million anymore. But I don't think money is going to be the problem. I do think this is sort of a nuisance, like a harassment suit.
Yeah. We're talking about almost $100 million and how it can get spent. And Ellie, I love the way you're starting off by saying, this is uncharted territory. Yeah. The FEC chairman came out just quoting what the CFR says and reading it verbatim, saying the money was donated to one candidate. That candidate pulls out for the general. The money needs to be returned.
Yeah.
And then you have people who are on the opposite side of the fence. They have a different interpretation, and we'll see. And the FEC obviously has jurisdiction, but to your point at the end, which also was really good, is let's say because it will take so long, maybe there's a request that gets filed inside of the court, maybe for an injunction. I don't want to speculate, but there is a reading of campaign finance law that says when the candidate for the general who received the donation steps aside, that the donations have to be returned.
Yeah, and I have shocking breaking news, by the way. Basically, all the Republican members of the FEC who've spoken out, informers, are saying it's not okay, and all the Democratic members of the FEC informers are saying it's perfectly fine.
Coincidence, Ellie.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that man just said you. And I said that ghetto, I know. That man just said you. Because that's what he just said you. He just said you. Technically, when you drop out, money go back to them damn donors. That's technically where it goes. That's what's supposed to happen. I don't give a fuck. You have a bunch of people like, oh no, just keep it hers. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, you blow it. Shit, go get your nails done. Gonna lose anyway.
But both their names was on it. So
On the ticket? No.
no, on the
Not on that money.
on their campaign.
Not on that money.
So nigga, the way they looked at it, even if you was giving it to Joe, nigga, she still was getting a piece of that. But instead, they gave it all to her. And I agree with them. Why not? Let's see what she do with it.
Give it back to the people, because what if the people want to give it to somebody else?
If both their names on there, Joe and Harris, bro.
That's the whole point. Joe, name is not on it. Her name.
No, he just said both their names was on their campaign, on their fundraising shit.
Listen to what he said.
When the candidate for the general who received the donations steps aside, that the donations have to be returned.
Yeah, and I have shocking breaking news, by the way. Basically, all the Republican
But
members of
did
the
you hear
FEC
what
who
he
spoke to
said,
informers
bro?
are saying it's not okay, and all the Democratic members of the FEC informers are saying it's perfectly
It's a
fine.
coincidence, Elliot.
Yeah, I mean, how
I don't give a fuck
no,
y'all
but I mean,
saying
to
that.
David's
It's not
point, there will
legally
be a
supposed to
string of
happen.
lawsuits.
Yeah.
This is just the first of many. I mean, I think, the Trump campaign and the Heritage Foundation have signaled that they intend to challenge the ability to even put Kamala Harris's name on the ballot in certain states.
This is my brain being kind of a little paranoid because I lived through 2020. But the string of frivolous lawsuits as a strategy being used later on to question the validity of an election is something we ought to be on the lookout for, because I don't think it's out of the question.
It's definitely part of the strategy. But the problem is, though, this election is going to come down to
You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I vouch after today, I am finna start coming up here with my damn notes. They got me fucked up. I'm finna come with notes. I'm finna get professional up in here with this, because this is gonna be, I get to watch other people see history in the making, and they're part of history. And instead of people ignoring it like they would normally would be ignoring, you gotta keep just, gotta see what's going on, gotta see what's cooking. Cause man, they bringing people out the woodwork. Like, who in the Harlem Night is this woman? Unless she started in Harlem Night. Look like she wrote the movie Harlem Night.
Hey, bro, you gonna get up off my favorite movie, bro.
I don't give a fuck, my favorite movie too, but still, it looks like we just met the director.
Nigga stupid.
Oh, they be finding them too. Hurry up and sit down. They ain't see you coming in. Who the hell? Where you come from? Look like you just came from Tyler Perry funeral scene.
1 to 2%.
Oh, okay, Ashley. So what you do now? Because you're a former communication director for VP. Okay, so you got some stripes. Okay. I'm trying to hold back the jokes, y'all. I really am. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get back professional.
Of the population in key states, and this kind of stuff, these kind of tactics, turn them off. They're over they're over Trump's antics when it comes to these things. And so, it might be great for the base. It might get the base ginned up. It might be a distraction for the Harris campaign. But the reality is you're not making up any ground with the people who you need to win.
My favorite part of this whole discussion.
Hey, that argument right there. That argument right there, I don't know who she was talking about. I need to rehear that again because that really sound like. Hold on.
Later on to question the validity of an election is something we ought to be on the lookout for, because I don't think it's out of the
Definitely,
question.
it's definitely part of the strategy. But the problem is, though, this election is going to come down to 1 to 2% of the population in key states, and this kind of stuff, these kind of tactics, turn them off. They're over they're over Trump's antics when it comes to these things. And so, it might be great for the base. It might get the base ginned up. It might be a distraction for the Harris campaign. But the reality is you're not making up any ground with the people who you need to win.
My favorite part of this whole
right.
discussion over the last few days is I heard the Speaker of the House say, they're disenfranchising 14 million.
Why is I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but Grandpa over here look like he just ate Thanksgiving. He full, tired. He done unbuttoned that box.
Stupid. Somebody you unbutton that bottle.
Stop. Look, if I'm not playing. Am I not playing?
He look like dude that used to play off this TV show I used to watch.
He look like Big Bird once he done hit 78. He look like Hey Arnold in real life.
Oh, you bogus. Talk about some he look like Hey Arnold.
Yeah, it just hit you, huh? It just hit you.
Hey Arnold used to be my shit.
It just hit you like that, huh?
Yeah.
Why he look like your 5th grade math teacher?
He looked like a 5th grade teacher. Yeah, stupid. Why he look like this? Stupid. Hey, that nigga did look weird though.
He said he dead, like past it. Like the man is like he's still right here, bro. He ain't dead. Right here. Yeah. Damn, that's some respect on the man. Damn. On day.
And people and, overturning the will of the people. And I'm thinking, isn't that what January 6th was about? I mean, is this really where you guys want to go? I don't think so.
So yesterday, go ahead.
I want to get this Hillary Clinton thing in because people are talking about Hillary Clinton's new op-ed today. She wrote about Vice President Kamala Harris. She says Ms. Harris's record and character will be distorted and disparaged by a flood of disinformation and the kind of ugly prejudice we're already hearing from MAGA mouthpieces. I know a thing.
Bro, you know what they finna try to do? They finna try to do the switch swap where they like, look, we gonna act like Trump is us. We gonna act like Trump. We gonna say all the people gonna say all the weird things. Nah, people finna just say some facts. This is finna get
about
crazy.
how hard it could be for strong women candidates to fight through sexism and double standards of American politics.
I want to hear something sexual that he gonna say about Pamela, which I guarantee he's not gonna say nothing sexual. So I don't understand sexism. That sounds like an island full of women that's having sex with each other, and I'm not invited. I didn't get the memo, no text, no DM, none of that.
I've been called a witch, a nasty woman, and much else. But she says Kamala Harris can beat Donald Trump in spite of all of that.
Yeah. Well,
with her on the ticket, huh?
Time does go on here. I mean, my advice, honestly, to the Harris campaign is not to get involved in this discussion. She looked to me like a candidate who was unafraid and unbothered the last couple of days. That's a good look for her.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't get into these conversations.
Yeah, and Lee,
Why I look like he'll smack me with a ruler? Get your ass down. What's 7 times 7, motherfucker?
Hey, why he sound like one of they talking?
The other thing I think about
I'm
is why
not gonna get
Republicans
into
are
this
going to be so
conversation.
emboldened by Trump's victory over Clinton that they're going to try the same playbook against Harris, and it's going to be a mistake.
And we had to talk about her blinking because she blinking. She's still cute though.
Her eyelashes long as shit too.
Nah, ain't that damn wrong. Shut your face.
They ain't covering her eyes like everybody else shit is.
Man, she look like a mom. Nose is perfect. Lips is
mistake.
Well, listen, substantively, I want to see a clash of ideas. And what's going to be important is if there's a criticism of Kamala Harris, that we take it at substantively allowing a conversation over where Kamala Harris's record is or what her positions are on issues. And really, she should welcome that. I mean, that's really, I think, what the American people are longing for. There's going to be another debate. And I think that there are going to be undecided voters who are going to tune into that debate, actually wanting to know where these candidates stand on these issues and where there might be.
bruh, this is finna get the blues. I just can't wait. I just can't wait till November. I really don't want to keep sitting here and looking through the hype of like what's going on and how this is going to get played out, because it's going to get dragged through the mud, so to say. It's going to get dragged through the mud. And are we going to be here to cover it all? Uncover it all. No. Oh my God. Right here in the middle, huh, y'all? See, that picture right there just says racism, doesn't it? The MSNBC one in the middle. Just says racism. Doesn't it say Jon Snow versus Pocahontas?
Hey, that's fucked up.
What? Indian?
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't it say white man versus 7-Eleven?
Hey, you don't know what she look like though?
What?
Oh God, she look like an undercover trafficker, drug lord type chick.
Doesn't it look like she give you 2 hot dogs and 2 buns and tell you the ketchup is out at 7-Eleven?
I be pissed when they do this shit. Like, how y'all like ketchup, bro? Y'all spending like $3 for a box.
And she still hasn't made no announcement yet. Nothing. My boy from the PBD podcast, yeah, that boy be blowing up. He be getting so red in the face when he be debating in discussions. I believe these discussions are important. Close. Look at her, bro. Look at her. Close call at Tampa Bay.
Tonight, the FAA is looking into a very close call near Tampa International Airport. On July 14th, a Southwest Airlines flight from Columbus was...
I'm really looking to see if anything pop up at the bottom, because you got to watch these airplane news coverage. They're going to hit you with the okie dokie, with the real...
coming in for a landing at TPA, but had a dangerously low descent too far from the runway. Let's get more on this now. Fox 13's Evan Moon looked into it and joins us live from the airport. Evan, what can you tell us about this close call?
Hi, Chris. Yeah, I spoke to a former pilot who said this was a near catastrophe, a very close call. And it's not the first time this has happened for a Southwest flight. There have been a few flights just in the last couple of months that have been way too close to the ground for comfort. The FAA is looking into all of those flights, including this one here.
Okay. Now, this is what you call, supposedly, y'all, this is what we call the DEI hires. They hired a lot of people through this DEI program to become pilots, and you're starting to see some of the effects of these pilots. I'm not saying all, we just saying those who don't qualify and making things scary. Man, we've been flying since the damn 30s and stuff around here. Let some people say we've been flying around here for a very long time. All of a sudden, it's become a problem. Everything become expeditiously a problem in 2024. Everybody want to bring it to that movie with Samuel Jackson in it, A Time to Kill. Everybody getting all dramatic and stuff. Everybody meant to society and stuff. Sound like a little bitch right now. Like, I'll smoke anybody. You remember that movie, man? You know, both of y'all sound like a bunch of bitches. Scared to take this nigga out, man. I'm pulling up right over here.
You stupid. That movie right now, take Tubi.
I don't need to see it. I know it. Why see it? Why see it? And I be seeing it happen in real life. Every time I see something, I'm like, damn, remind me of this movie. Remind me of that movie.
Here in Tampa.
And Southwest 425, lost alert, check your altitude, Tampa's altimeter 3014. 3014, thank you, Southwest 425.
What might sound like a calm interaction between a pilot and air traffic control
And Southwest 425, you planning to go around? Yeah, we are. We have to go Southwest 425. South 425, Roger, cancel first clearance.
was an extremely close call on a Southwest Airlines flight on July 14th. During their descent, the plane got within 150 feet of the Courtney Campbell Causeway. Still 4 miles away from the actual runway, I'm told the plane should have been at least 1,000 feet up.
How they got to 150 feet with the number of warnings that are available on an aircraft is really, it's hard to believe.
Kent Davis was a pilot for more than 30 years and says it might have been pilot error.
They either started their descent at the wrong point and descended thinking that they were on the proper descent rate to the runway, or something may have malfunctioned.
Because of weather, pilots took an unusual route over the causeway.
It comes down to the pilots. And on any approach, especially in on-precision, in bad weather, which they were encountering at the time, it's imperative that they work together as a crew.
This is the third incident Southwest has had with dangerously low descents recently. One in Oklahoma in June.
So, what you was talking about? Just Delta? Oh yeah, Delta just having.
You know what? I think
Blank
it's time
out.
for me to go to sleep. I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
They just having blankouts. Nigga, Southwest having they having landing gear problems. 20 feet off and they not working together. Like, look, man, how much you get? How much you get paid when you up here flying? Huh? You get paid what? I'll crash this motherfucker. You better not be giving. You better not give that. Huh? How long you been here?
Hey, it's the motherfucking I'll crash this motherfucker for me. Hey, so if you're in the air, you fly with somebody and they get paid $5 more than you.
The fuck? Yeah, man, right. Man, what we landed with these passengers until we get payroll under control. We got a 911 2x5 payroll.
If you go to jail, they gonna shoot that bitch off the sky.
I ain't gonna shoot a guy. Nigga, I got passengers. I know how much gas tank up in here.
Yeah, shoot one of your wings out you. Are you? What what you gonna do there?
I always came with a pair of shoes. I knew one of these days. I knew you motherfucker was tripping.
Niggas say I'm coming with a pair of shoes.
I already knew. I wasn't gonna give him my money.
The niggas said they wasn't gonna give me my money. Oh, okay. It's cool, because hey, call payroll and let payroll know they need to get the fuck up here right now because this plane ain't coming down.
Hey, let's get Charles online. That's all. Charles on vacation. I don't care. Call Charles.
Man, look, I flipped his month.
Okay, we got Charles. We got Charles. You are here in the background. Do, 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 do.
You know, imagine that nigga on the radio station playing straight as hell. He was like, get Charles on the phone. He's on vacation. All you hear.
He just dove 30 feet. Oh man, do 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 do.
Hey Charles, he needs you in the air, nigga. He not stopping that plane, bro.
That can happen too. They got that shit. Matter of fact, you know, they got the thing, he gonna fuel in the air. So nigga, we definitely ain't coming down.
Keep one around at all times.
I just need payroll. We ain't even got a call Charles. You just could have called payroll. Look at the setup. When we got her, dude told me when we took off, I didn't want to wait till we got in the air.
The nigga said, he told me when we took off, I just wanted to wait till we got go to jail for kidnapping. You go to jail for kidnapping right after you get your motherfucking payroll raise. Oh
God.
I can see a nigga doing that. Snapping the fuck out, driving the plane. Baby, I love you. It's over. You
What? Don't do all that. Nigga, call. Put Charles on the phone. Charles, you told me when I got here. Charles, don't play with me.
Nigga, Charles gonna be like, what?
Don't play with me.
Charles, it stings about that pay rate, Kyle.
You told me when I get here, I'm gonna make $50 an hour. This motherfucker over here making 65. The fuck? All right, come on, Charles. Charles. Who worked the double on Christmas? Okay. All right. So tell the FBI to back up. Tell them, hey, I see this locked in missile thing. Where I see a little blimp on this little blimper thing. Tell people calm down.
I see the little blink on the blinker thing. Oh shit.
You know how it's gonna go?
You fucking stupid. I see the little blink on the blinker thing.
I know what that is. Quit playing. Come on, Charles. Tell these people.
You gotta keep saying his name. Hey, come on, Charles. Come on. The quicker you do it, the quicker we can get the fuck out the air.
Man, I'm halfway here. Come on now. Oh, you thought, yeah, man, I ain't got time to play with you. I ain't got time to play with you.
Hey, I'm the kind of guy I can feel like I can't do anything.
You can't do it. Charles. You remember your wedding day? How'd you make it there, Charles? Charles, I got the video, Charles. Yeah. Yeah. You remember the iPhone 11? Remember we all had iPhone 11s, right? Yeah, we all got iPhone 15s. You know why we got iPhone 15s, Charles? Come on. Hey, this on broadcast? Yeah, everybody can hear this. Yeah, Charles. Come on, Charles. Yeah. Come on, Charles. Planes going. Charles. Come on, man. Why these planes doing all this stuff, y'all? Planes doing all this stuff for a reason. Niggas ask some questions. Hey. Y'all know it's a Charles running the airport airline.
It's not a Charles or Becky is.
I know for a fact. I don't know how long I got left to go live. I don't know. After this, I probably warned him up on some new stuff because he ain't never laughed that hard in his life on the show. I got jokes. Damn, Snow, why you happy? He's like, I ain't never been snatched up like that. That's new. Yeah, welcome to the show, Snow. All right, y'all. I'm sorry.
That nigga smell your kid.
I'm sorry. What the hell? Everybody talking about it.
Mm-hmm. New body cam show. See, go to it. Now it's just a body cam showing her throwing hot water on them.
All right, so let's look at the body cam video of the fatal shooting of a black woman in Illinois. Right now, everyone's saying it's not justified. Some are saying it was justified. So I like to just look at these things and figure it out for myself. Okay, so first, let's look at CBS for a quick description of what happened.
Shocking body camera video released today shows the deadly police shooting of Sonia Massey. The mother of two called 911 just before 1 a.m. because of a possible prowler, only to be shot by a deputy inside her own Illinois home. A now former deputy faces 3 counts of first-degree murder.
Now, when police use deadly physical force, they're going to be judged under what's known as the Graham standard. This comes from the Supreme Court case Graham v. Connor in 1989. I don't care what any other legal commentator is telling you. If they're not talking about Graham v. Connor when it comes to police shootings in particular, they don't know what they're talking about. Now, in this case, the Supreme Court came up with what's known as the objectively reasonable standard. And as it says here from the opinion, an objective standard used to judge an officer's actions under this standard, a particular application of force must be judged through the perspective of a reasonable officer facing the same set of circumstances without the benefit of 20/20 hindsight, and be based on the totality of facts that are known to that officer at the time that the force was used. Then the Supreme Court gives us 3 factors that we should consider when judging if an officer was objectively reasonable or not. So you look at the totality of the circumstances, and here are 3 factors to consider along with that. Now, I want to make it clear, these 3 factors aren't an exhaustive list. There are other factors that you can consider, but these are just 3 basic factors.
See, this is what if I did. See, this is what I'm talking about now. If I did get into what people are suggesting with this serial killers, I'm gonna have to find stuff like this where it's like super like a lawyer breaking it down to where I'm like, oh, okay, let's.
What do you got to say?
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say, like, how would I do this?
Any court or any judge should look at it and say, let's look at these to help us determine if an officer was acting objectively reasonable. Now, the first fact that the Supreme Court points to is the 911 call. Is this armed robbery in progress, or is this a cat stuck in a tree? The nature of the call is actually going to help determine whether an officer's use of force is objectively reasonable. Going into a bank robbery versus going to a cat in a tree are 2 totally different situations. Then the court says, was the suspect resisting arrest? If the suspect is resisting arrest, then obviously some type of force will be used, and depending on the amount of resistance and the number of officers and things. So resisting arrest was the second factor that the court said should be looked into to determine if an officer is being objectively reasonable. And the last factor is the serious threat factor. Is the suspect a serious threat to the officer or to other members of the community? If that occurs, then it will be reasonable for an officer to use force, even deadly physical force, to stop that threat. Now,
out of all three of those, what do that still tell you about that case that you saying? Them three standards.
That fucking shooting was justified.
So none of that happened?
No. She called about somebody's walking around her home.
Okay.
Now they said they checked. Okay, he gone by now. Y'all got with the lights on.
Scared, man.
And she was not resisting arrest. And she was not a threat because she was on her knees.
Something happened.
He's standing over her with the whole gun drawn. He could even pull his taser out, but he didn't.
Okay. This standard that you see on the screen is universally used in every state in the union.
So this is universally used in every state in the union. So they have to use these three standards. Okay. Love it. Love it. I need to take a screenshot of that. Write this down a little later. I got it.
This is the constitutional standard that police have to adhere to. Now, for instance, if the police were found not to be objectively reasonable, they can be sued civilly, and they likely are going to go to jail. If they are found to have been objectively reasonable, then they won't have any of those negative consequences happen. So it is extremely important that police are found objectively reasonable, especially if using deadly physical force. Now, to show you how this is used all over the country, here is the Alaska State Troopers. And here in their training, in their use of force policy, you'll see here, they highlight in one of their slides, Graham v. Connor, and then go into the objective reasonableness standard. So it's pervasive throughout. If you're in law enforcement in the United States, this is the case that determines whether you're being reasonable if you use force against a suspect or not. Now, you get to apply the Graham factors to this particular incident and see.
So that basically, for people that don't understand what he just said, this case right here is used against you to justify a police officer using force in the state of the United States of America. This is the case that every force, every lawyer that's defending a cop is going to use. So anybody out there that's watching my show that finds unfortunately to find themselves or find somebody, I don't know why I say find themselves. I'm sorry. Hey, I was really sleepy a little bit, but if you find yourself and you, hey, at least I caught myself. Like, yeah, you fight. Ooh, shit. But if you find somebody, you know what I'm saying, prepare for this.
Body cam because
I think he really gonna break it down so we can learn other things too, though. Hey, and for my community, my black community, I be using black people. So I want to say that right. See, he got me on that Crazy ass video.
You'll see here they highlight in one of their slides Graham v. Connor and then go into the objective reasonableness standard. So it's pervasive throughout. If you're in law enforcement in the United States, this is the case that determines whether you're being reasonable if you use force against a suspect or not. Now, you get to apply the Graham factors to this particular incident and see if the officer could be found to have been objectively reasonable under the Supreme Court precedent. Now, before we start the video, we can get to our first Graham factor, which is a 911 call. The 911 call here is a prowler in the middle of the night. So that's what police are going into. It's going to be more likely or less likely that they'll use deadly physical force when they go out there. That's obviously the context to resolve. And I also want to let you guys know the Graham factors, the 3 factors I told you about, aren't an exhaustive list. You also have to look at how many officers were there, how many suspects. You know, there are a lot of other factors that could determine if an officer is being reasonable or not. But the Graham factors are the floor. That's what we first consider, and then we consider all the other factors. Okay, so with all that said, let's go to the video.
The one you called.
For people that are just coming in, we discussed this in the beginning of the show, and now it has made it to the second half of the show.
Somebody is out here, and I need to go here. Please don't hurt me, y'all. Oh, it hurts you. You called us. Okay, please. So what'd you hear? Somebody keeps outside my house, y'all. Please. Is this your car over here? Please, God. Please, God. Please. Is this your car over here? Oh. Please, God. That's not your black car?
Okay. She's saying, please, God, please, God. I am going to note that. And I'll keep that in mind.
But you see how he's not getting aggressive, though.
He's not being aggressive. No, he's not.
He's not. So why did he win?
Oh, well, we checked your yard, we walked around the whole block, we didn't see anybody. Right, you know, we checked the whole area, there's nobody out walking around. I know, y'all. Please, God, please, God. I'm trying to get help, y'all, but what do you need help with? Nothing. I just, please, God, please, God, please. I don't know what to do. Do with what? Huh? What do you need help with? Nothing. I just wanted to see if I could help me. What do you want help with? Huh? What do you want help with? I heard somebody outside. Yeah, we checked your house. We checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked your front yard. We didn't see nobody. Yeah, so nobody's out here. You didn't see anybody? Nope. Checked the whole area. Okay. What took you so long to answer the door? Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to get. I got you. All right. Is there anything else we can do for you? Huh? Is there anything else I can do for you? No, sir. Okay. All right. You doing?
Now, it seems like that should have been it, right? We came, we looked, we didn't see anything. The car in the back would be a little concerning to me, but like, well, you know, why is there a car back there? Maybe that might be the prowler's car or whatever. So that may take a little investigation, but it doesn't seem like there's any, we need to be going to a house. He's saying, hey, I'm good. I called and I know when I called. So it seems like this should be over. So I'm interested to find out how it escalated, how the cops get into the house.
All right mentally? Yes. Sure? My medicine and stuff. All right. Okay. I love y'all. Thank y'all. All right. That's not your black car, though. The SUV? Whose is it? You don't know? If someone just parked it in your driveway? They brought it to my driveway. And just left it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's run that. Yeah.
Now, this time, it seems like the cops are doing what they're supposed to do, right? Car in the driveway. I don't know whose car that is. I called for a prowler. It just makes sense that you would go look at the car and make sure, hey, you know, this may be the prowler's car, for instance. And you would also think, too, it's a woman. Sometimes, you know, guys can get obsessed with women, and you can have that issue, too, right? This could be some type of stalker or something. So I think the person's doing the right thing here. We're going to go, again, check to see, you know, let's check this car.
He also said he was aggressive, too.
If there's a
he said he was being aggressive.
David Mary 43556. You got a name? Take your name real quick. Catch this. See who we spoke to.
Now that's fireworks in the background, even though this says it's 2 days after July 4th, but they're celebrating because you hear that popping in the background. So
not everybody still pop days after 4th of July.
And mind you, this is 1:18 in the morning. You're hearing all this. So my God, this is like crazy.
Temple.
Now they asked her for her ID, and the cop went into the house, and now the other cop is obviously backing up his partner going into the house because they're trying to say, okay, we spoke to the owner of this house. This is who the person was. We IED'd them. They said everything was all right because God forbid you leave and then the person ends up dead, and they'll be like, well, didn't you out there? Why didn't you identify? All those questions would be asked. So they're trying to just make sure that everything's okay. They did as much as they could do to make sure there was no prowler. We spoke to the owner, and her name was, I think, Sonia Massey. So that's seemingly what's going on here. Now, if you're in law enforcement, you start trying to be observant of everything because you don't know, she could be the prowler for all you know, but obviously that would be unreasonable now based on what you've seen. So what you're looking at the condition of the house. It looks a little rough in there. The TV, that's a pretty old TV.
No, she could have called the police, but then the prowler took over. You could be duct tape in the back in the bathroom someday. She black and crazy, but you could be a short Chinese lady, just a little midget. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So just to understand the surroundings, what you're walking into, and you have open doors and stuff. So police should generally check just to make sure there's nobody, because again, officer safety is paramount in this situation. Yeah, look at the condition of the house. It's don't get me wrong. It's just if that's the way she's living. But everything seems to be okay at this point in time. I don't see any reason why police would use any type of force because, again, you're only in there really to identify her. And I would honestly have done this from outside. I wouldn't even be in the house, but they're in there. So.
Hello? Yeah, I need I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all.
Okay, are you there with me?
They're here in my house right now.
Okay, I'll let you go and you talk to them.
No, hold on, wait a second, sir.
You can hang up, Conwell.
For what? You're there with the deputy, correct?
No, hold on, okay?
You can hang
Hold
up.
on for what?
Just 1 second, okay?
Phone police.
That was probably they did call.
What's up?
I got some paperwork. Can you grab that Bible, please?
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah.
So she grabbed this big ass pot right there. This big ass pot.
I hope you got the video to show.
Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah.
Okay, what was the damage?
A dent, I believe.
But what about windows?
Oh, it was something that happened earlier.
Okay, perfect. What is your last name?
So they did notice some damage to a car, and they saw the windows were broken into. Correct investigation, right? Is this the prowler who did this? And she says, no, it happened earlier. This is not from this incident. So now they're just trying to get a name and get the hell out of here.
Shouldn't have to think about your last name. You're not in trouble. I just need to text.
Massey.
Huh?
Massey.
What you have an ID? That make things so much easier. I just need just a driver's license will do, and I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will
What?
get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
Okay. I got some paperwork.
Well, just
from-
get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then
One task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
All these bags.
One task at a time. So let's do an ID.
In a while.
And then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
You
stand
have-
that stack right there, maybe.
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Right.
So now they ask her for ID. She's trying to find her ID. So the only thing they're doing here is just trying to ID the owner so they can leave, right? Who this is, who we spoke to, and you put that in your memo book or you call it an essential and you call it a day. They noticed that the stove was on. Now it's 1 o'clock at night, the stove is on, and they're saying, well, hey, we don't want to fire or something. So if you want to, you could just go turn off whatever on the stove. So she walks over to the stove. Everything here seems like, now, again, if I'm applying the Graham factors, I don't see anything to suggest the use of any type of force here, especially, she's in night clothes. So I don't think she could even reasonably be considered to be the prowler because she woke up and put the clothes on and she's in a robe and everything. So it looks like someone who's just sleeping, who may have been scared. Somebody may have been out there and may have just been gone. So she's turning off the pot because they don't want to have a fire situation just in case.
Ooh, she got 2 things, girl. Okay, look at that.
Huh? Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking.
Now we hear it clearer. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
And he said, you better not.
What you say? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You better not. I'm gonna shoot you in your face.
You disrespectful.
She can say what she wants,
Yet again.
but let's see how it play out. Cause I'm getting a little vibe. She kind of mentally disturbed right now. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that's the same shit I went through with my 11 years old.
Let's be honest. That was pretty extreme and unreasonable. The cop is now just threatened to shoot the woman in the face because she's taken hot water off of the stove and has put it in the sink. And he says, he obviously is concerned. And she says, I rebuke you. And he's like, I'll shoot you. If you rebuke me, I'll shoot you in your effing face. He's being unreasonable. That is unreasonable. But again, he's not usually, there's not any force being used. They're having a conversation. The other officer taking out his firearm too is concerning because right now, again, I'm just being a reasonable person. And when I was an officer, being a reasonable officer, I don't know why I'm pulling out my firearm in this particular situation. I don't understand why the officers are pulling out their firearms. You step back and get distance. And then if she tries to close, maybe you have something. But this woman is obviously behind a counter. They've got enough distance. So it seems to me that at this point they're being hypersensitive. But let's see what happens.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking top. The fucking drop.
All right. So now they've drawn guns, pointing at. Remember, they're supposed to just get her ID and find out who this woman is. They already have her last name.
Yes.
They got guns on her. They're telling her to drop the pot. What did she do before that? I'm just rolling it back 10 seconds. I want to because even pointing a gun at somebody, that's assault, right? It's actually assault unless you're justified in doing it. So are the cops justified at pointing the gun? She's got the pot. She goes to the sink. She's got the hot water over the sink. What happens? What makes them draw their weapons?
I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot. Drop the fucking pot.
So she puts the pot down, and they still have guns on her. All right. So at this point, I think they are being a little bit unreasonable. Matter of fact, I think they're being very unreasonable. So now they're advancing on her with guns drawn. Drop the pot.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Drop the fucking pot. Bring EMS now. We got a headshot wound to the female.
Headshot wounded female, 1078.
So now they've shot her, but why? This again, to me, it doesn't seem like she was any type of serious threat to these officers. I want to make it very clear though. It's death or serious physical injury. Cops can respond to deadly force with deadly force. And deadly force is defined as if the situation can cause you serious physical injury, which doesn't mean it can kill you. Break your arm, for instance, or throwing a hot pot of water on you. And things that can cause death, someone pulling out a gun or a knife. So, but here, I don't know. They're the ones who told her to remove the pot from the stove. She did what they told her. When they initially told her to put the pot down, she put her hands up. So this angle, I don't see anything that would say that these cops were justified in firing at this woman. It again, just looking at it plainly, it doesn't seem like they're being reasonable. Even if you apply the Graham factors, it's like, what was the deadly physical threat or the deadly physical force to you? So maybe the other angle, because both the body cams are on. So let's look at the other body cam to see if we can see more at the time right before the shooting. You know, was there anything that she did to provoke the officers to shoot? Because again, the other officer said, if you rebuke me, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot you in the face. And it seems like that's what he did. So, okay. So here is the second officer's body cam. And I want to see exactly what happened. So I'm going to play it and then we'll slow it down. So they told her to drop the pot, and you can see right when they told her to drop the pot, her hands go up, and she has the mitts on, and she goes down. Okay. So at this point, there's no threat. It's absolutely no threat, right? We're all good.
After that, you seeing that, do you think it's justifiable?
Can we finish going? How am I supposed to answer that?
I'm talking about just, go ahead.
You talking about after what?
No, I'm saying, so far from what you have seen so far in this video, so far of everything, you think they was justifiable? And I only stopped it right here before you gave me your answer, before it go any further. Because like I told you, I do feel like she really got a little bit of mental disturb going on right now.
There's something wrong with her.
Even then, when he even stated that
he felt his religion. He felt his religion been threatened. His manhood religion was threatened.
But once he realized she was a mental patient, he was supposed to call it in.
Now I don't know about all that. Is that a law?
I don't know. I know down here in Vegas, when the police get called for a mental issue, they had an ambulance with them.
They advance on her. Again, I'm playing this in slow motion. They advance on her, and the camera is blocked by his hand, and it seems like so she pops back up.
Boy, she
blocked by his hand, and it seems like so she pops back up, and she has, look at that. So she has the pot back in her hand. So she's grabbed the pot again as the officers were advancing, and looks like she's tossing the pot toward the officers. She's throwing, that's the pot of hot water, and she's throwing it toward the officers. This is clear as day. You can see she's tossing the pot toward the officers of hot water. Now, the officers have some distance. So this is interesting, because I didn't expect to see her actually throwing the pot of water, but you see it. I think you see it clearly here. But this is the question: is this enough to justify the officers unloading bullets on this woman? Because she's obviously throwing that hot water at those officers. Let's see what happens next. They shoot. They stop the threat. They start moving back. The water hits the floor. And she unfortunately has passed away at that point in time. They start calling for backup. Right? Oof. This is tough. I'm gonna roll it back to show you the part, because you can actually see the steam of the water right here on the floor too. You see the steam coming up from her throwing the water. That's hot water. You can see it's definitely hot water. So I'm rolling back. So she does pop up again, grabs the pot and tosses it at the officers.
But look how far he backed up when it hit the floor. You gonna hit play?
Woof, woof.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm stuck in the middle because like, yeah, you aimed it at me. Yeah, you missed. But you aimed it.
But you notice this, he didn't shoot her until after she threw the water. So nigga, you knew that water wasn't finna hit you and you still shot her, bro.
That's a nice comeback. That was a nice
You
one.
still shot her.
That's a good one.
But I'm not gonna sit here and be like the shooting wasn't justified. Put myself in a situation, somebody throwing some hot ass, well, yeah, bitch, I'm gonna pop your ass too. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pop your, because I might not be able to scoot back as fast as that water hit me now. Now, if I got an opportunity like him, nah, I wouldn't shoot up.
Now that's good because
Put the taser
earlier you was ready to lock these white boys up, put them in jail, throw away the key.
But like I always say, I gotta see other shit that lead.
But you had time.
But I didn't because I only saw that one video. Every video I watched didn't show the second body camera. Nigga, me and you watched the video earlier and they said, oh, my body camera's not on.
That's what he said. His body camera, or we misheard him because he said my body camera is on.
If we gonna play it, let's play it. 'Cause this round of time, he gonna say it at the end.
Now, they said this woman did have mental health issues, but is this a serious threat of deadly physical force? Is this serious enough for officers to be justified in shooting this woman in the head? I gotta say, I'm 50-50 on this one.
Damn, and we all.
They don't really have enough. They do have space where I think you can believe that this water's not going to hit you, but it's tough because I wasn't like, if you're in that space, maybe you can judge it because, but she is throwing up something that was on the fire that's
Bro, she coming up from her knees. So you thinking force, all that force coming up. Hell yeah, you shot.
But let's see it.
obviously hot. She says it's water. Who really knows? That could be oil. I'm not saying it is oil, but who knows what that is? And she's tossing it at the officers. That could cause them serious bodily injury. It could scald them, right? That's scalding hot water. I don't know. I feel like this one is it's a tough one to call, because on one hand, I think the cops accelerated the situation horribly, pulling out guns, telling them to shoot her in the face. I think all that's, but then in this moment, if you were that
really hold them up though,
and you had your gun pulled, and you see she gets up and picks up the hot scalding water to toss it at you, what do you do? I don't know.
You gonna put it on his Christianity.
I think half the people will say shoot. I think the other half will say not shoot. I also think the officers didn't help this situation. So this is going to be tough. Now let's look at the commentary. Let's see what the commentators are saying about it, because I don't think this woman is just some innocent fawn who didn't contribute to this. She is throwing hot scalding water at the officers. Okay, so here's the race baiters. They're going to run with this. But I want you to notice when you listen to the commentary how they're going to leave out the part that the woman, after dropping the pot, she then goes and grabs the pot again and tosses the pot of hot scalding water at the cops. And that's when the cops return fire. They're going to leave out that critical piece of information. Check it out.
She got closer to it, and as you can hear in the report, she was like, "Oh, back away from the hot water," and she started saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus" to the cops, and the guy was like, "I swear I will shoot you in your face." And
So
she
he
said,
shot her?
I'm sorry.
Shot her in the face.
Yeah. And you can hear her saying right after he threatens to do that to her, you can hear her apologize. And then she does get down. Like she lowers herself and she says, "I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. And after that, he shot her.
So ain't no pepper spray, ain't no taser. Like you
No. That cop, he belongs to be under the jail. To the point where the other officer was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go get the whatever
I'ma
kit
go
it
get
is
my kit."
to a medical kit."
See, all that shit.
But see, yeah, stuff like this should.
him up.
But all this stuff like this should ruin her credibility for not telling the story truthfully to her audience too.
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, no need to get the medical kit. It was a headshot."
It was a headshot.
Like talking like
you shot a deer.
Like you shot a deer. It's a headshot. We're good. Nah, you don't need that medical kit. Very sad.
Or like,
Yeah, that is messed up if they did that, right? Unless
They
you
did. You
know
made
for a
the
fact
video.
that she's gone. But as you see, they left out the most critical piece, right? The cops didn't just unload on her because she was, down on the ground. She went, picked up the pot, as we saw. We all saw it and threw it at the cops. The water actually hit the floor. You could see it coming off the floor. So,
No, I
and this is what I like
video.
to
It just didn't show the second
you
body.
don't let an ambiguous officer shooting go to waste, right?
They just get
Automatically
to
claim
see what they
racism,
were
automatically
doing.
claim she was they were unjustified, and leave out critical facts so the audience will believe that this woman was just executed by these cops. That fact of her throwing the pot, as we saw, you saw it, you witnessed it, I showed it to you. Before they shot, she got
got
the
on the
pot and
red
she
mini.
launched it at them, right? A pot of hot, scalding, whatever. It could be water, nobody knows what's in that pot. She throws it at them and they respond. So, I think there's going to be a lot of outrage because of this. And I think it's people like this who don't give you the full fact. Now, if they give you the full facts and still were outraged, that's fine. But they're specifically leaving out key facts to make the audience believe that this is worse than it is. I think this is bad, but you don't have to leave out those key facts to make it even worse. So now you've heard the news, the spin, you've seen it for yourself. Let's get back to the Graham factors. Do you think this officer was acting objectively reasonable? What was the 911 call? A prowler, right? They checked, there was no prowler, so that was the 911 call. Was the person resisting arrest? No, the person wasn't resisting arrest. And then at the end, she did throw the pot of water. So now, was she a serious threat to the safety of the officers or the safety of anyone else in that place? But it was.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I gave y'all plenty of clues to go check for yourself to see what type of discussion it is.
Yeah.
Put down in the comment. I am done. I did my
Look
job.
at them. They're going to sleep sitting up here. Look at his eyes. He can barely open them little motherfuckers.
I can. Okay, I can. Oh yeah, I'm out. Peace.